Hello and welcome back to my bug monotype of Pokemon Expert Emerald. In the last episode, we challenged Flannery at the Loveridge Town's gym, and we got absolutely trounced, mainly because obviously our type has a severe weakness to hers, and learning how to deal with all these fire types is going to be an interesting thing. So what we've done, or what I have done, is we've been grinding. Everyone's been grinded up to level 50. And now we're going to see what we can do about dealing with Flannery. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with, we're going to lead. Essentially, you might notice that also our Scyther is level 50. Now, I'm pretty sure Scyther would have evolved by now, but I'm having him hold the Everstone for the moment. It's far more useful that he stays a Scyther right now than become a magnificent Scizor that he will later on. And that's kind of depressing, but you know, you've got a plan for things, and certainly Flannery's going to give us enough trouble as it is that we don't need another Pokemon that's extremely weak to fire. So once I can stop going through the consistent pattern of falling through the same hole in the floor, I will reach here, and I will zip across, and down, and Flannery will await us. So as we know, this is a double battle, and we tried it multiple times, and we failed, so we're going to start off with this. So here we go. We're going to see, are we able to defeat Flannery now? So she's going to lead off with the Ninetales and the Houndoom. Ninetales has Drought, Houndoom does have Intimidate. Intimidate is really annoying for us. So I'm going to Thunder Punch the Ninetales and hope for some paralysis, whilst Dustdog sets up Light Screen. Yeah, sets up Light Screen. So unfortunately we don't get paralysis. Fire Blast comes in, is going to KO the Dustox, and that's actually not very good for us, is it? Okay, I'm going to bring in the small Scyther. I just have a feeling that they might have double targeted down my Scyther, my Dustox. Yeah, so you see, in comes the Flamethrower, down goes our Scyther. That is fine, that is honestly fine. We're going to bring in our Heracross here. That's what we really wanted this as a chance to bring in our Heracross. As you can see, Heracross has learnt Cross Chop and Reversal. Cross Chop is definitely the better one here. Cross Chop is only 80% accurate, but with Heracross having Compound Eyes, it pretty much makes it 100% accurate, and Cross Chop is really going to be just destroying things at the moment. So, now, Thunder Punch will actually take out the Ninetales, I think, but I have a feeling she might be healing. So I'm going to, I think the Rapidash is going to, so we're going to Thunder Punch, and we're going to Cross Chop the Ninetales as well. So she's going to heal. Okay, we're going to Thunder Punch, and unfortunately we hit ourselves in Confusion, which is terrible luck. Now, we're going to Thunder Punch, and what we're going to do is we're going to Endure here, because we see that the Rapidash has gone for Bounce, and we're going to hopefully get the Endure. There we go, so Endure. That means our reversal is going to be supremely powerful here. Fire Blast also lands, but obviously we actually are the fastest Pokemon here. Well, we are the hardest hitting Pokemon here. So now we can reversal, and we're going to reverse the Rapidash, and we're going to pray that we don't get. Come on, please. Oh, that's just terrible luck. So I have a reckoning that we're going to get absolutely destroyed by whatever moves these guys are going for. Stomp and Flamethrower is going to take out our Beautifly. We're going to have to bring in our Scyther here as our final Pokemon. Now, however, our Scyther could yet pull this back for us. We're going to Swords Dance here. I think it's our only hope here is that we can get up a Swords Dance. We're going to get up a Swords Dance. Rapidash is going to go for the Fire Blast. It does not take me out, and I am at +1. That means I'm the fastest Pokemon on the field, and I'm at +2. I am going to take out the... okay, so next, so, just trying to work out. I think we want to take out the Flareon here, so I'm going to Aerial Ace the Flareon. Down goes the Flareon. In comes the Arcanine. We're going to Thunder Punch the Arcanine, and Rapidash is going to spring up. Okay, so I'm now going to use Ledian's turn to heal our Scyther, and we're going to pray that, essentially, we're going to pray that, oh, Extreme Speed. So we definitely need to heal. So yeah, we definitely need to heal. Please tell me I bought Moo Moo Milk. So I did buy it. Okay, good. So we're going to Moo Moo Milk on our Scyther, get it back up to 112, and we're going to Aerial Ace the Arcanine. Extreme Speed comes in and does not take us out, which is really good news. She's going to bring out her Torkoal. We're going to be bounced. That might take us out. It does not take us out. That's awesome. Scyther is still the fastest Pokemon on the field. So now, we are going to heal once more. I think that makes more sense. And we're going to Aerial Ace the Torkoal. We don't take out the Torkoal, and Overheat is going to land, and it's going to take us out. So now, I forgot about Overheat, I'll be honest. The nice thing is that we do have an Amnesia up. Do I think Aerial Ace is going to take out the Torkoal? I don't, because I think Torkoal's defenses are obviously good enough that a +2 Scyther can't cut through them. What we need to do is we need to bring in our Heracross here. So I'm gonna spend this turn to revive up our Heracross, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do. And we're gonna bring in our Heracross. And Fire Blast is gonna come in. It's nearly gonna take me out, but they're gonna miss the Overheat, which is actually bad luck. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, and we need that bad luck. So especially because it allows me to heal up my. I'm going to pray that you go for Bounce. Super Potion, is that going to be enough? We should definitely outspeed. I'm going to Moo Moo Milk on our Heracross in Ledian's turn, and then Ledian is going to... our Heracross is going to cross-chop the Torkoal, because... yeah, there we go. Down goes the Ledian, but we are now outspeed. Cross-chop should take out the Rapidash. It does. We get burned, but we defeat Flannery. Boom! Sweet, that was difficult. So, she says she was trying too hard. I've only recently become a gym leader. I try too hard to be someone I'm not. I have to do things my natural way. If I don't, my Pokemon will be confused. Thanks for teaching me that. We're going to get a bunch of money from her, and we're going to get the Heat Badge. And we're going to get TM50 as well, which is Overheat. Now, I'm pretty sure that, obviously, we're not going to be able to teach any of our Pokemon Overheat, as May is seeing, and she's going to give us the Go-Go's, which is really useful. And thankfully we don't have to battle her, and thankfully we can now go try and defeat Dad at the Dad being Norman, obviously, and we can try and take him on at the Petalburg City Gym. As we're going to be able to pick up a Moonstone and a Sunstone. But first of all, because we now have the Go-Goggles, that now allows us to go through the grass up here. That's going to be really useful for us, because one thing now is that because our next opponent is a normal type gym leader, we definitely would quite like our Scyther to evolve, because then we will be able... yes, obviously, we should be able to hopefully catch our... We should also be able to catch our final Pokemon. But I am honestly going to say that I do not know the situation that causes... I don't know the situation that causes the Mirage Tower to appear, so we might have to... I didn't see what was coming in. That was clever. Anyway, it's going to Scyther. Nose Pass. Wonderful. Rock-type Pokemon. We're just going to go into... Rock Slide's going to not take me out, but we're going to get taken out by the frickin' Sandstorm. Ah, that's not fun. Cross Drop comes in, takes out. Scyther goes to level 51, and we should hopefully get an evolution here, as we defeat Camper Bow. Here we go! So our Scyther is going to evolve, sweet. And we will actually want to visit the Move Tutor, because it's important that we get our new Scizor here. Scyther evolves into Scizor. So we're definitely going to want to get our Scizor a Steel-type move to properly make use of its capabilities. I should remember that these wild Pokemon are going to be very, very weak. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly race over to the Move Tutor, and then we're going to pray that the Mirage Tower is there, such that we can collect our Claw Fossil in order to revive up Anorith. But obviously, before that, we're just going to zip through all this as Ledian is getting closer and closer to level 51. So, it's you, aren't you? Yes. So, Scizor. Which move should I teach? So, we've got Quick Attack, Pursuit, Force Swipe, Agility, Slash. So, we've got Metal Claw here, which is base 65, accuracy 95, and may raise user's attack. Or we have Steel Wing, which is base 85, accuracy 90. So, base 65 or base 85 with slightly less accuracy. I'll probably go with Metal Claw just for the moment. No, actually no. We'll definitely go Steel Wing. And obviously, in order to best use this, we get rid of Aerial Ace. Even though obviously Aerial Ace is super powerful, we don't actually have... Scizor no longer has Flying type, no longer gets the same type attack boost from... as Ledian is going to grow to level 51 and wants to learn Agility. We're not going to let it learn Agility. We've got the far more important Amnesia. Amnesia is a good move to have. I should have healed. I should definitely heal. Get Beautifly back up. We'll have Heracross lead for the rest of the dunes, hopefully. Let's just Silver Wind. Yeah. So obviously we do have Endure Reversal on our Heracross at the moment. That probably won't stay, just because I think, obviously I don't want to essentially rely on Cross Chop really landing a lot of the time. So sorry, Cross Chop is always going to land, that's what, I don't want to rely on being hit and everything that Endure Reversal requires, essentially. You know, it's a very circumstantial move, essentially. As we see Wild Apom in the sand. Interesting. Having a picnic in the desert. So, she's got a Diglett. We should definitely outspeed. Silver Wind. These trainers certainly have much lower level Pokemon than we've had to deal with recently. There are fossils to be found in the desert. Where could they be? They are in the Mirage Tower. And we've got to find it. But because we are a higher level, we are really racing through these trainers. We've got the Ruin Maniac here with his Shuckle. We have no PP for Cross Drop. That sucks. I need to remember that Cross Chop does not have a lot of PP. Which isn't ideal, but you know. We should hopefully be able to cope with that. There's a double battle here. Either side, you can do a double battle. We'll swap in our Beautifly. So, how tough are you? We'll expose the secret. I shall give you some of my sandwich if we lose. So we've got Ruin Maniac Brian and Camper Brandon here. We've got Kabuto and Alaron. We kind of want to Giga Drain them both, but we can't. So we're just going to Silver Wind the Laron. That was going to protect, so that's fine actually. Going to send out a Monotype. Once again, I didn't mean to Silver Wind actually. Oh well. Gonna Lily. Okay, so you're gonna dig. That's fine. I could swap out for Ledian, but I'd rather. Beautifly's going to land a Wing Attack, and you're going to go for a dig. Now we can Giga Drain, and Silver Wind. There we go. Down goes the Laron, and we defeat the two. My Sandshrew loves eating sandwiches, but you no longer have a Sandshrew, my friend. And now we have Picnica Celia, who has a Gloom. She can Wing Attack. And a Weeping Bell, which we can also Wing Attack. Common pairing of Pokemon, it seems to be a lot of the time. So, that's obviously the area where we find Reg something, Registeel, Reg Ice, one of the two. But, as you can see, we'll actually have to work out the Mirage Tower. So at the moment it's not obviously arriving, which is a bit disappointing. I don't know where it is, and I don't know how we get it to spawn. So, I should have looked this up before the episode, to be honest. Cacnea. So, what we're going to do is, I don't want to obviously have an episode of us doing nothing, but I do want to have our Anorith. I do want to have the Anorith at hand before we take on Norman. But what we can do is we can take on Norman's gym trainers. And that requires us travelling to the Heart Scale. That requires us travelling all the way back to Petalburg City. That requires going through here. Past all these level 5 Pokemon. I might actually use... I think I got one Repel. I might just use it now. There we go. We should definitely not be bothered by anything because we are obviously level 50 and all the wild Pokemon around this area are much lower level than that. So we're going to be able to zip through all this. I've spoken to a few of these trainers back here and got their numbers into the Pokénav as well. But now we're going to be able to get all the way back. One last battle with a female Nidoran, and now... So, let's have a look. Norman's gym is here, and we're going to take on all of these trainers, essentially. So, this guy seems to imply that he wants to use priority moves, but you can just cross-chop away. I have a feeling that cross-chop and the fact that we're at level 51 might make this a very easy gym, not gonna lie. Yep, we got speed. So, she's got a Clefable. Yep, easy peasy. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to retreat, heal up, get back all our cross-chop PP, and then go the other way. This is what Heracross was born for. A normal type gym. Not gonna lie. Heracross is just laughing inside at this gym. Spinder. Goodbye. That's level 52. The reason I want to have Anorith is because I like having a full team before taking on the second half of... I always feel like... I like having a full team before taking on the fifth gym leader. It's just a personal thing for me. So yeah, what's probably going to happen is actually, what I can do is I can actually just do a little pause in recording, and that'll be easier. And then we can actually finish off this battle here. But anyway, so we're actually going to get intimidated by the stand. That means absolutely nothing to us. We're going to destroy it, and there we go. So that's everything there. Yeah, so what's going to happen is I'm just going to look up how to spawn the Mirage Tower, and head back to Route... There are wild Monotype there. I don't think I ever saw a wild Monotype there. So yeah, and then we're going to be able to come back and take on our dad, Norman, in the 5th gym battle there at the Petalburg City Gym. But I've got to get back, and I will see you guys back in Route 111 when I've worked out how to spawn the Mirage Tower. So I'll see you then. Hello and welcome back, and as you can see the Mirage Tower is now here, and apparently the key to spawning it is just literally entering and exiting the route. So, you know, it was very, very quick turnaround, and we can arrive here, and now we're here in the Mirage Tower, and we see there are still wild Trapinch, obviously very weak at level 21. We're hopefully going to find a lot of nice, high level wild Pokemon in the next few areas, such that grinding isn't so tedious. So, our first step is to go up this ladder, and then I guess... Okay, so we've got to go around. Okay, so we've got cracked floors, and you should know what cracked floors means. Cracked floors means using the Mark Bike. And I'm terrible at this, I'm not gonna lie. I am very bad at using the Monotype. But as you can see, we're gonna actually have to reach the end there. So how many squares does it take? Come on, go away, encounters. I was just getting up to speed. I'm a bit worried. Yeah. I wish I had more repels. Really, that is my own fault for not buying repels, but anyway. Oh, come on! Don't care, Trapinch. And of course this Trapinch just happens to have Arena Trap as well. Please go away, thank you. Okay, so you can get stuck there, essentially. Good to know. Come on. Oh, come on! Why have all the... Arena Trap Pokemon? Really? Come on. I wonder how many flaws this thing has. If it's got like multiple flaws, that's going to be really annoying. There we go, nice. One down. I might frickin' save just to stop this frickin'... Yeah, I'm definitely saving. I'm just saving just because I don't want to fall down. I don't want to fall down and have to do it all over again. Please go away. Is it only on the sandy bits that... Oh, okay, it's Rock Smash now. It's a good thing that we've got a Rock Smash Pokemon on this. In our Extra Scyther. There we go. And there's the final fossils, okay. That wasn't too bad then. Please. Oh, thank God. So in Emerald, I think they disappear. And obviously, if one had disappeared there, that would have been horrendous for me, because... See, I could escape from that one. So some of these Trapinch do not have an Arena Trap. But there we go. We get our fossil, and now what we can do is we can go back. I might as well actually use the Mark Bike. I don't use bikes nearly as much as I should for travelling around. Speedily, that is. Mainly because I get stuck on sceneries. And wild Pokemon can still affect you whilst you're cycling. I feel like, personally, running into a Pokemon while cycling would actually be far more dangerous than it's made out to be in the Pokemon world. There we go. Through there, and through there. Nope. Please leave, Surskit. It's so depressing that you're no longer a bug type in this. Because Masquerain would have been cool to use. If it is, again, a bug flying type. If it was a bug water type, that would be even cooler, but no. So. It's you, isn't it? We want the root fossil. No, wrong one. Oh well. That was my mistake. There we go, we got the leap, and I'm glad I got them both, otherwise I would have definitely made a mistake, probably. Okay, let's get this Anorith. There we go, Anorith. Okay, cool. So, Anorith. You're joining our team. You are indeed. We want to go into here. As pleasant as it has been, Scyther, we must now swap you out for our new Pokemon, our Anorith here. So let's just see what we've got. Summary. So, rock bug type, battle armor, which blocks critical hits. We have a relaxed nature, which I would assume decreases speed and increases something else. With scratch, harden, mud sport, and water gun. So obviously, the interesting thing about Anorith is it's one of the only bug types, aside from Masquerain in this case, that can learn water type moves. And indeed, it will be our sole user of water type moves for the time being. Fortunately, obviously, it is a very low level, and we're going to have to deal with that. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to start by grinding it up. Now, we will be taking on the gym leader, so don't worry, I'm not going to grind too horrendously. I think it's going to be far more important to get grinding once we start. Although it is a bit worrying that Water Gun does not take out level 5 Pokemon, but anyway. Actually, I mean, let's be honest, the battle against Norman is going to be very good experience for Anorith anyway. So here we are, Peterburg City, and our battle against Norman. So we're going to lead off with Anorith and Heracross. Heracross is obviously going to be the big threat. We're going to swap out Anorith as soon as possible, get that switch training on, and let's see how we fare. So, here we go. It's Dad. And the balance badge is what we're aiming to get here. So, let's just check my PP. 4 out of 5. So, we're just going to quickly add an ether, don't I? Ether. Ether, there we go. So there we go, cool. And now you. So, so you did get 4 gym badges. Fine, as I promised, we'll have a Pokemon battle. Here we go. So, Leader Norman would like to battle. It's another double battle, actually. So, we've got Blissey and Spinder. So, obviously, we are going to swap you out for our magnificent... Let's go with Dustox for the moment. And Heracross, you're going to cross-chop the... Spinder is going to be annoying because it's going to want to put my Pokemon to it's going to confuse, and it might have Teeter Dance. I suppose Teeter Dance will actually affect Blissey too. Can't think what Blissey wants to do. I'm going to see what Blissey wants to do. Yeah. But anyway, Blissey is actually a great Pokemon for Anorith to have at least faced a little bit, because it will mean gets a huge amount of experience, hopefully. So we're going to Sludge Bomb the Linoon, and we will cross-chop the Blissey. So on goes Cross Chop. That's going to do... There we go. Down we go. All the way down. 801 experience. Zangoose is going to come in. We're going to Sludge Bomb this Linoon. Linoon's going to take half damage from that, which is really nice. So we can afford to Sludge Bomb again, and we can Cross Chop on the Zangoose. Down goes the Zangoose. Like I said, this is going to be looks like it's going to be a very simple battle. Sludge Bomb comes in, and... in comes the Slacking. So Dustox, you are... we're going to... We know that Slacking is going to... I'm going to make a Hope, and we're going to cross-chop. We only need to survive one of Slacking's moves, because obviously the next turn it will... the next turn it's not going to want to do anything. So there we go. Let's see what we're going to do. Anorith's going to get a little bit of... It's got a belly drum, actually. That's fine by me. So we can actually just do that, and we can cross-chop. Down goes the Slacking. Easy peasy. Anorith goes to level 21. And we defeat Leader Norman. So nice and simple. Having a fighting-type Pokemon very much made that relatively simple. No idea what it'd be like without it. But anyway, we're going to get TM42, which is Facade. And... Oh, there you are. Please come with me. So we got Wally's grandfather, isn't it? He's gonna, or Wally's father. Well, Wally's become very healthy since you went to Ventown. We owe it all to you. When Wally left town, you helped him catch Pokemon. Yeah, and he's gonna give us HMO3, which is Surf. So obviously we now have the ability to Surf, which is really cool. Our Anorith. Let's just check. 1,000 experience. So that's not that much. It seemed like it was growing at a very, very slow rate. I was just wondering how much experience actually it required. So the other thing we're going to suffer from is none of our Pokemon are going to be able to learn Surf. Indeed, the best Water-type move we're going to get is Water Pulse. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to... Do we have... Yeah, we have our Mudkip. Can our Mudkip... we're going to deposit in our Heracross. And we're going to withdraw Mudkip. Mudkip should be able to learn Surf, hopefully. There we go. So now we have our surfing Pokemon. And we want to head to Route 104. Now, essentially, in the game, in the game notes, the hack notes, I should say, he advises that once you defeat your father, the expected path is to go through these routes here. So that's what we're going to do. And that's annoying. I expect the Water-type move, so I'm going to go into our Beautifly. As you can... yeah, Thunderbolts. He well predicted me, but Giga Drain is going to come in. That does a nice chunk of damage. Takedown does not do as much as he would need. Beautifly is going to get a nice chunk of experience, and we're going to defeat Swimmer Imani. So unfortunately, yeah, exactly. The one thing we are going to struggle with is the fact that Anorith is not going to be able to defeat the wild Pokemon. Wild Mantine. Scizor. I want to check. Let's just have a look. Scizor. 170 attack now. Wow. When you consider our other physical attacker, Dustox is 98 attack. That is saying something that Scizor is looking very, very powerful. I think Scizor has base 130 attack, and obviously we can Sword Dance up. It's going to be very powerful. Just going to be very... I mean, Heracross is like base 125 attack, so Heracross isn't anything to slouch at either. So as we ride on our tiny weeny Mudkip here, we're going to be able to encounter all of these trainers. We're going to go into our Ledian here. This is going to extra sensory. We're going to Thunder Punch. It's going to be a 3-hit KO. There we go. Down you go. Anorith grows to level 22. So yeah, obviously our Anorith is going to take a fair amount of grinding up. I'll probably... Obviously I'm not going to show all of the grinding, but we'll end up showing quite a lot of it. We want to swap you out for... Scizor, you do have Silver Wind. It's important I remember which Pokemon actually have Silver Wind or not. In comes Silver Wind, there we go, nice. We're going to send in a Rhydon, we're going to go into our Anorith. Our Maldo is going to be power when we get there, essentially, but we've got to get there. We're going to Scary Face me. Hopefully we're still faster. We are still faster. Giga Drain comes in, takes out the Rhydon. Beautifully. Anorith grows to level 23 and wants to learn a Rock Throw. That's good. So we can get a stab move, which is good. Very little point in us actually having Mud Sport. I mean, Mud Sport's a very, very useless move, really. Because it's a move that's largely prevalent on Ground-type Pokemon, and it reduces the power they take from Electric types. And you're like, well... They're already immune. Why? Why on earth would you... Okay, so there's the rock... Yeah, we're going to actually have to... The annoying thing is we're going to have to... You'll get my words eventually. We're going to actually have to consider fighting most of these wild Pokemon just because we're not going to be able to outspeed. So, yeah. But it's all experience for our Anorith, which is good, And indeed, you have to deal with this sort of stuff anyway. You're going to outspeed me. No, you're not. Wow. A level 35 Mantine at +2 does not outspeed a level 51 Ledian. Another Pokemon we can go into our Ledian for the Aerial Ace. You're going to take me out. Fair enough. I guess we go into our Dustox here, and we Sludge Bomb. It's a 2-hit KO. No, it's not. And you're going to full restore, of course you are. Well, we can do that ourselves. Come on, you know you want to. There we go. Let it go down. Good, good, good. Just goes to level 51, and you want to use a Waylord. So we're going to go into our Anorith. Please don't set up rollout. I know Waylord does get rollout, but please don't. You're going to Mist. Okay, that's fine. Giga Drain. You're going to Water Spout. Giga Drain. Body Slam. Giga Drain. There we go. Cool. Anorith goes to level 24. Switch training is always interesting. It's not like the most. So it obviously can be a little bit frustrating at times, but it does make the usual just traveling around the region a little bit more interesting. So anyway, we have lots of healing to do. We see a hiker there, and because we see a hiker, I'm going to put Beautifly, or someone who looks to be a hiker. We want to be able to get off at least one attack on these guys. Can we actually get around them? Yes, we can. You. So, I'm resistant to swimming, I'm just not used to it. And I'm convinced the sea keeps secrets from us, says Birdkeeper Hozu and Ruin Maniac Andiz, Pharaoh and Marowak. The Pharaoh is a scary beast. We're going to go into our... The Marowak is not scary at all, really. We'll go into our Ledian, and we will Giga Drain the Marowak, hopefully. Wow, it does a huge amount. Jawpeck comes in and is going to take us out, because Beautifly's defenses are paper thin. And now we can bring in our Scizor. We can now Thunder Punch the Pharaoh, and we can Sword Dance. Thunder Punch is going to do a good amount to Pharaoh. Sword Dance up. Pharaoh uses Mirror Move, lands the Thunder Punch, and Boomerang again doesn't affect us. Now we can Thunder Punch the Pharaoh, and we can Silver Wind the Marowak. We're at +2. We're going to destroy things. Okay, nice. Dodrio. Going to Thunder Punch the Dodrio, and we're going to... No, I'm going to be risky. Going to bring in Anorith, and we're going to Steel Wing the Nose Pass. Please land. There we go. Steel Wing land. It's going to take you out. Please, Drill Peck. You're going to Rage, and it's only going to land on the Anorith, which is great news. So now, Anorith, I'm going to keep you in, and we're going to Rock Throw. But more importantly, we're going to Silver Wind at +2 should still take you... That does not take you out. Okay, apologies. Rock Throw does land, but does absolutely nothing. But Silver Wind is now going to take you out. Good. Anorith wants to learn Metal Claw, which it doesn't get stabbed from, but it may raise its attack. It's better than Scratch. Pretty much, is the only reason why I'd use Metal Claw. It's not that much better than Scratch, but not. Lock Throw is going to land. We can Rock Throw, and we can Steel Wing. There we go. Nice. So we take them out, and we win a nice chunk of money. I mean, I'm sure there are many secrets to be discovered in the world seas. I need to find them all. Yeah, for me, the sky's a much better match than the sea. Okay. So, we're now going to take on this guy. Swimmer Luis would like to battle. He has a Slowking, which actually gives us a lot more flexibility with what we can go into here. I'm actually going to go into our Scizor, because we resist both the Water and the Psychic Stab, and Silver Wind is super effective, and we'll take you out. Lovely. If you are drowning, the signal is to wave one arm towards the beach. Is that so? Once more we can go into our Ledian. Pretty much we're going to get to, I think all we're going to do is we're just going to get to Dewford Town, and then we'll be done here. There is an item, 1 iron. We can't go any further. Yeah, we've got another trainer. So, Swimmer Douglas wants to send up Golduck. We'll go into our Ledian. Going to Fury Swipes. I've actually... Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. I think Golduck in this CAC is Water Psychic. Just so you know. And he's also got a Sea King. So, we're going to go into our Anorith. And then into our Dustox this time. Psychic is going to be super effective. I was no idea that Sea King even knew Psychic, but there we go. I wouldn't lose in a swim race, he says. As we see, Wild Seal are also out here in the water. That's probably the last trainer we'll be able to do, I reckon. There we go. Lady Angro's level 52 as well. And you, what do you have to say? See, it's my backyard. I'm not going to take it easy on you because you're a kid. Swimmer Kyla has a Starmie, so we're going to go into our Scizor. Water Pulse is going to land, but we can misses Hypnosis, which is really good, and we get off a Silver Wind. Next Pokemon is a Love Disc. I'm not too afraid of Love Disc. I am going to go into Anorith and back out. I'm glad that Anorith started at level 20. I think that, you know, that's a lot better than it not. We're just going to have to Aerial Ace. Thank you for not... I'm not going to take you out, but you're going to... No, you're not going to take me out. You're going to attract me. But we land an Aerial Ace anyway. There we go, good. That was a bit silly, obviously. I could have gotten out of that ladder, but anyway. So I think this is the top of... Yeah, that's Juford Cave just there. Let's see if Ledian survives. Yes. Oh no, we don't. Well, Aerial Ace comes in and takes out the Wild Seal. There we go. So we're going to land back here in Juford Town, and in the next episode we're going to start heading down Route 106, I think? 6, 7, one of the two. Route 107. We're going to start heading along Route 107 and Route 108 past the abandoned ship, all the way to Slateport. And we'll do all the trainers on there, and then we'll start heading up towards Fortree City. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my Bargain Monotype of Pokemon Expert Emerald. We finally have a complete team, and we got 2 gym badges. So a pretty good episode in my personal opinion. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next.